Set Legends, and welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling interactive podcast in the world. I am your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and I'll tell you what, this must have been one of the most busiest weekends in arm wrestling. Anywhere you look, there was some sort of event on, and we have so much to talk about today. We've got so much to talk about in the future. We've just got so much happening even this week on the show. I've got members' videos coming out. I've got Sarah Backman on the show. I've got Ryan Bowen. I've got Mazahir Saidu. They're going to come on together, and we're going to hang and bang, sling and slang. So that is happening, and the guests are just queuing up. But this weekend, was this the most busiest weekend in arm wrestling? We had UAC Invasion 4, UAC 4 Invasion, where Schoolboy and Alex top roll pulled. We had the 198 12-man round robin, 12 beasts going at it. Armgods Day of Champions went off beautifully. Was incredible. Then we had South Island Arms in Canada. They had their ranking super matches to determine who the best on the island is. We had Biketoberfest from the Florida Arm Wrestling League. AWE had their matches, besides the Ryan Bowen Mazahir one, but they had their matches, and they're getting ready to release them. Once the Ryan Bowen match happens, they're going to release. We're going to talk about them. I don't think I've got a fucking thing for that. Anyway, so much is going on. So much, and it is great. But let's have a chat to all the Dead Set Legends hanging about. And of course, Tyson Bajent. Oh, just went nuts today. Just went nuts. Had his first win. The Bears win. They win 30-12 over the Raiders. Tyson Bajent throws his first career touchdown in his first career start. Had some good stats. Teamed up well. Congratulations to Tyson Bajent. Tony says, why did he wait, as in Schoolboy, till John's 59 to challenge him? Two things. One, Schoolboy's only 23 years old. He's only 23 years old. And two, it's his idol. Of course, everyone wants to jump on the table and have a match with their idol. And especially if, just thinking, if, he's going to retire in the next few years, John can't pull forever as much as we'd like him. So Schoolboy has always said that John Brzenk has been his hero. So why not have a match? He has a match. He spoiler alert, won his super match. His bicep held up fine. So he'd love to have a match with his idol. It's not anything to do with disrespect or vindictive or anything like that. So that's why Schoolboy wants to have a match with John Brzenk. He couldn't have a match with him in 2006 because Schoolboy would have been 6 years old. So he couldn't have had it in his prime. But yeah, so just clear up. But hope you're doing well, Tony. Everyone in the chat. Colin is in the chat. Schoolboy has no chance. Dizzy Busy's in the chat. Ready Bang. Nabs is hanging about. Says hi. Ready Bang from the Jeremiah. Oh, White Wolf. I know White Wolf would have watched the Wolverhampton event. He would have gone nuts. Ready Fang. Danjon. Ready Bang. Fish Lips. Ready Bang. Johnny Cooper is hanging about. Let's go. Armgods killed it. They did. I've watched some of it. I saw the James Stewart match, Stephen Pantelick, the Craig Sanders, Jason Hill match. Wow. Good match that was. Spermies is in the chat. Hope you're enjoying your holiday, mate. Hey, everyone. There you go. Wife and I are in the deli of the heart of New York City. That is awesome. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Rob, ready, bang. He's in there. What else have we got? Captain Obvious, why should John pull Schoolboy, who's a low-tier, super heavyweight YouTuber, especially John doesn't care about gaining followers? Oh, it's just more. I think Schoolboy just wants to pull him because it's his idol. It's his idol. So there you go. Bad Sugar Brad's in the chat. That'll get me every time, I reckon. Bad Sugar Brad. Suki Wilkie's in the chat. How you going, mate? And he says, hello, chat, and everybody. G'day, Jake. Says Roy, ready, bang, Sunday fun day. So, I mean, if we just, let's pump Schoolboy. Let's get Schoolboy on the screen. So this was his match against 150 kilo big sexy Mike Ford. So the event looked good. They got the DJ there in the background. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the event. I was having problems on my end, but when I was talking to everyone in the chat, it appeared that everything was good on their end. So, like, my stream was going fine, but then I kept getting buffering. But the event itself looked good. They had 5 matches. They had 5 pay-per-view matches. They gave away 2 free matches, and one of them was Mrs. Top Roll. Mrs. Top Roll took on, who'd you take on? The president of the Singapore Arm Wrestling Federation. They had a bit of a match. Alex Top Roll took on the juggernaut Jake Chia. Spoiler alert, Jake Chia took care of business. Bang. Got the job done. It was a really great event. This is their 4th event. Now, Schoolboy has become the super heavyweight champion of this event. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. What's going on, Keith E? How you going, mate? Oh, Silky just coming in. Says, you're all crazy. Schoolboy handles John Brzenk. And then evolves into undergrad. Brilliant stuff there. I do have a poll going if they do. So what had happened, and if you go back and watch it, you could just see that he just wants to pull his idol. That's all it is. A lot of people have given up the opportunity, would love to pull John Brzenk, would love to pull Devin Larratt. You know, when you pull your idols and they're coming to the tail end of their career. Not Devin. I'm talking about John. Be interesting to see what John does after these next 3 years, to see how his body handles it all. But boy, oh boy, I think that'd just be fun. Of course, I'd love to see it at like King of the Table or something like that. But 100, like John would come in at what, 110 kilos against 115 kilos. I mean, if you said that in 2006, it wouldn't be a bloody problem. Could Schoolboy give John some problems? I mean, he's a big frame athlete, and Schoolboy would just be having the time of his life, to be honest. I think for me, it is just more a fun match. Schoolboy wants to pull his idol. Now, when you call someone out, you don't have to accept the match. You know what I mean? It's just like more, cool. You know, yes or no. So then we've got, does John even have a chance against Schoolboy? Spermy says the GOAT all the way. Dan Plexman's in the chat. Says ready, bang. Red Hot Chili Pepper says Schoolboy needs a new handle. He should pass the name to Rolly. Yeah, there you go. So what's happening. We've got Tall Onions ready banging all Dead Set Agents. I do believe Brzenk would win, and I'd obviously pay a pay-per-view to watch it. I think we'd all would, to be honest. Yeah, sometimes matches can just be fun because we're getting all these awesome cards that are having so many matches on them. I mean, this, like I was saying, probably the busiest weekend in arm wrestling. So if it fits in a timeline and John can fit it in and he wants to pull in because he's like, well, Schoolboy, it'd be a fun match and, someone wants to pull their idol and if I'm their idol, But John can also say no. Just because someone calls you out, it doesn't mean you have to take the match. Just quietly, but loud on the channel. John shouldn't even consider this match. Why? John definitely has a chance, but I think that frame would be hard to overcome. Interesting. Yeah, I do enjoy the way Schoolboy goes about it. He hasn't had a match in a long time because he had that bicep injury. It didn't go well. Be very interesting to see how it goes, considering when you're coming back from an injury like that. I mean, Khaled's got one of the most stinkiest Kings moves ever. And Schoolboy couldn't overcome that Kings move. But it'd be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. What does the poll say at the moment? Heavily favouring John Brzenk. Heavily. 81% at the moment. Hey, smash the like button. Smash the like button while you are in there. Because what? Schoolboy's 6'5", 6'6". He's a big dude. 125 kilos. But yeah, got the job done. But UAC, they had five matches. Everyone looked like they enjoyed themselves. The setting looked really good. They had the DJ on the stage with the championship belts, as you can see there in the background. Now I couldn't hear what was going on because whenever I watch it in mute and do a live commentary. I did a live commentary on this one. Thanks for everyone for joining me. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. They've gone with the theme. They got Schoolboy, so now he's the champ. He's got to defend his title. So why not John Brzenk? Why not? But it'll be interesting to see at UAC 5 who they do get. What else? What else have we got? If John has so many matches left, I'd assume they need to be important to him. Well, it depends what form of important is. Now, if getting big fat stacks of cash is important to John, which it doesn't seem like it is, then this would get him a big fat stack of cash for sure. But if John wants to finish on top as a 95 kilo champion, as a 100 kilo champion, 105, 110, whatever, then he'd be looking elsewhere. But only John knows that answer. He's not a boy anymore. He's a big unit, though. He's a big unit. What else have we got? Nuclear Nadal says Brzenk hand would be too much for Schoolboy. He's brilliant. Ajax Wilkins is in the chat. Wilson, sorry, I don't know. So, because Silky Wilkie was underneath and I merged your names together. Ready bang, Jakey. Ajax, how are you going? Phil Woody's in the chat, says Max Bang Series 1 cards rock. Thanks, Phil. We're getting ready for Series 2 now that John is settling into America. And we've just finalised a few athletes and we just got to work out. We want to have a minimum of 10 cards in Series 2. But more about that tomorrow. Also, big auction. We're going to auction off a lot of items tomorrow. Minimum of 3 awesome items. Very rare collectible items. that would take you ages to get. So you better tune in and get it done there. What else have we got? There you go. I didn't buy Schoolboy's live feed because I thought it would suck. I heard from very reliable sources that it did actually suck hard. I didn't mind it. The only problem I had on my end was it kept buffering, but everyone in the chat that was watching along with me said that their feed was fine, which for me was okay. No one's landed the 1 of 1 delusional Bowen card yet. But we are getting there. Now the 198 pound. 198. 198 pound tournament. It had 12 athletes. 12 athletes. Spoiler alert, I'm going to give away the results and everything right now. So spoiler alert, if you want to go and watch it. So the way it worked, they got 12 of the best 198 pounds in North America. And they said, hey, jump in here. Let's have a go. And they were one-off matches. So it was just, boom, one match, move on to the next one. They ran off one table. It seemed to go really quick, I think around 3 hours. Head over to Brad Cook's 217 channel if you want to watch the live feed, and he'll re-release a lot of the matches, highlight package. You know what Brad does. Brad's a star. So, yeah, head over to Brad Cook. Oh, there you go. Was there a way to watch the one night? Yeah, it was free on... Brad Cook's channel. Yeah. So you can go back and watch it. You just go to Brad's channel, press live, and it's 2 parts there. So I'm just going to put the results on. So look away now. And it was Craig Tullier went through undefeated and really got the job done. Robbie Russell, who is making a name for himself, did really well at the Monster Factory. He is a large human being for 198. Very, very large human being. And he comes in 10-1. Adam Warinsky, the War Zone, went 9-2. My man, Jason Merlot got 8 wins. Keep an eye on him. I'm telling you. Jason Merlot is the guy. Now, they're the top 7. Bob Brown, Quinlan Mendez, Stephen Lodgton all finished at 3-8. And then I'm trying to think the other athletes. Someone went 1-10. I had the results, but this will do. This will do. So, Craig Tullier goes bang, undefeated. There you go. Robbie Russell, big. Well, I knew he can go. Bob Brown went 3. So Bob Brown went 3-8 with Quinlan Mendez, 3-8, and someone else went 3-8. But Bob was on a tear. Bob got injured in the fourth match, so he withdrew. So he became a bye. Hence why he moves all the way down to 3-8, because Bob Brown can go. So he was feeling really good. What else have we got? It was a good round, Robin. Shame about Bob Brown. Yeah. Hope he heals 100%. Yeah. Of course, we never want any injuries in arm wrestling. We never want it. But I want to go back and watch the rest of this. There's so much. I've watched some, and I want to go back and watch the rest of all the arm wrestling. So I might be a bit busy today. Yeah, Bob was 3-1 before the injury. Yeah, he hasn't hurt his bicep. That Casey dude looked closer to 230. I think a lot of people just weigh in the day before, and then they go and bulk up. The whole event was good. The the promoter's now leaning towards, because this is his second one, round robin. This is kind of his thing now. And I know he's got another one next year. I can't remember if it's January or March. I'm sure someone will correct me. But though, I mean, even those people down at at the bottom, keep an eye on them as well, because after you bang and you might be 4 losses and or have really strong battles, because a lot of these matches would drag out battles, and then from there you get to be tired. So towards the tail end, sometimes it's a bit of a yep. So you got to get those wins early on the board. But the one thing I like, because it's different from a tournament, it's different from super matches, it's a round robin. So I'm interested in that. Now, is 12 too many? I don't know. But it was good that all 12 were able to turn up. 12 are the best at 198. So Craig Tullier just came in. Now, I saw Craig went, obviously, at Knuckles Up when he was pulling Svetlana Gajewski, and he looked unbelievable. Unbelievable. Jeremiah says, Eli surprised me the most. Eli Bruhard. Roy jumps in and says, Adam's development as an arm wrestler is very interesting. I think he'll become a top-level athlete in a few years. I think Adam's a top-level athlete anyway. Don't worry about him. Saw him take care of business at Arizona State. Adam can go. That is for sure. White Wolf had Bob Brown for the win. I'm invested in Jason Merlot. I wanted Jason Merlot to win it all, and he looked incredible. He looked incredible, and he went 8-3 there. So the event looked amazing. Looked great. Looked amazing. And I definitely will be looking forward to more of these. And even if everyone's healed up, I would love, now I need to go back and watch the matches, but I would love to see like a Craig Robbie super match, or a Jason Eli or an Adam Jason super match. You know what I mean? Or a fresh Adam to take on, Jason Merlot in a super match. The good thing about these round robins is then you can have a lot of other, super matches break off from this. So it could be something like the promoter. I think his name's LeRae. I do apologize if I've got it wrong. I think it's LeRae. I think LeRae and Robbie were the ones organizing it. Could be wrong. Now, what they could do is what are we now? October is the round robin. Then when he does his next one, you have these super matches from these guys at that event, as well as their next division. Bad Sugar Brad picked Craig. I mean, Craig and Adam were the two favorites for sure. But I've been speaking to Jason Merlot for years on different sorts of podcasts. So I like Jason. Jeremiah says, if you had 10 crackers with no water, then you would know what the commentary for this event was like. They need Jake. Well, I haven't heard the commentary yet. I was just watching bits and pieces with my coffee and whatnot. It's a hard gig. And Jeremiah picked Bob for the win. Alrighty. So, I mean, we'll go back to them all. Armgods, the Day of Champions. I haven't watched it all yet. Once I put my daughter down to bed, I quickly jumped on Armgods, and I saw the tail end of this match, which was great. Congratulations to the Colonel, Craig Sanders. the Birmingham Bullet. He won 4-2 over the hooligan Jason Hill. Two quality gentlemen, two good friends as well. Two great dudes. Hung out with them a bit at Armgods Canada. Just great people. Great people. Great event. Stephen Panelik, Stefan, lost one belt, gained another. So mixed feelings for him. Good on him. James Stewart, the big man that shouted at Devon and beat Porkchop. He's become the UK and Ireland left arm super heavyweight champion. So I need to check the rest. If you did watch any of these events that we're going to talk about, if you did watch any of them, drop them in the comments. Tell me your highlights of them. For me, this match was the highlight for me. So go back and check that out. It is going to be brilliant. What else have we got? The 198 audience was dead. Just trying to think. I'd have to go back and look because the matches I've seen, you don't see much of the crowd. Now, a lot of them, because at the 198 event, Wolf, they had super matches. They had a big tournament. So I do wonder if a lot of the people there were athletes because the round robin was the first event. The first thing that happened on the day was the round robin. So from there, I think everyone might have been conserving their energy, focusing on their tournament. I could be wrong. Armgods.com, absolutely. Get over there. What else have we got? Ready? Bang! Rick James is in there. Turburglar says, why do people care so much about the audience? Because, Turd, my opinion, for me, if I'm watching an event and the people there aren't invested, then why should I be invested? You know what I mean? Like if you've paid your $10 or, like the 198 thing was free. This is just an example. Because I've watched some matches but didn't really take notice. And if there's like an awesome battle going on in the middle of the table and the crowd aren't screaming, it can. It doesn't work for everyone, but it can take away from what is going on. So, yeah, and then you're sitting there going, why should I get excited about this? What else have we got? Okay. Hey, Armenian arm wrestler. What is happening, mate? We're just talking about the most busiest weekend in arm wrestling. But once again, Armgods did another great job. They had I believe they had a tournament as well as super matches. So for just £5, that's the minimum level at Armgods. You would have got two events in 1 month for £5, £2.50. You would have got Armgods Canada and this event here. Now, what they have at Armgods, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, is they have a live feed as well. When you're a paid member, you go watch Armgods Day of Champions, and then they have a live feed whilst you are watching. So if you're someone that loves to chat to people whilst watching an event and you're not there, that's what happens at armgods.com. So it was another great event. Really surprised with the way the hooligan went at Craig Sanders. Very, very impressive. But Craig Sanders, man. Craig bloody Sanders. Yeah. Awesome. So I'll be interested. I'll be interested to see, because Craig's got a match at Armgods Valhalla. I mean, how could you not be invested in Craig Sanders? Going back to the audience, Roy says, audience noise and live reactions add a huge element of entertainment value, but when it's fake paid actors, it's also meh to me. So very, very interesting. Why aren't you commentating East versus West 10? Because they got enough commentators, and I wasn't invited. I'm not invited to East versus West. I go to King of the Table, and this year's been very, very busy. January was Armgods in Ireland. February was King of the Table with Levan and Ernemes. March was the Hardanger Open in Norway. April, I did like in the middle of Australia when Lachlan Adair pulled Mateo Rangi. Travelled and commentated there. So where are we up to? I did my Victorian State Championships. I think that was in May. June, King of the Table with Devon and Dave. July was Arizona State. August was Knuckles Up. I could be getting my dates wrong. August was Knuckles Up. September, King of the Table with John and Vavoda and Armgods Valhalla, Canada. So 10 trips. And sometimes it's a nice break. Like you go to East versus West, you get Neil Pickup, you get Derek Smith. This time you're getting Michael Todd. Awesome stuff. And then you come to King of the Table and you get myself. So sometimes I think I think it's good that it's been different. Of course, I'd love to go to East versus West. I want to go to as many places as I can because I don't know how long this awesome run of traveling will go. Next year, I've got 3 or 4 bookings already and then negotiating a new deal as well with some other places. So, yeah. Actually, I've got about 6 or 7 bookings, but yeah. Craig definitely had his first, his hands full this year. Start again. Craig, as in Craig Sanders, definitely had his hands full this time, Jake. Yes, he did. It was unbelievable. It was a great event, a really good event, a really, really good event. And I haven't even watched it all. I've been lucky enough to attend most major arm wrestling events, and the crowd sure can make a big difference to the event experience in general and bring out the best in competitors. Yeah, some people love big crowds screaming at them. Some like to be far away as the crowd as possible. What else have we got? People talking about the better book Aussie while you can. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And with a second child on the way, 2 things. My fee has gone up. That's just the way it is. My fee's gone up. And I think I'm going, I want to do 10, 12 bookings a year. I really do. But with 2 kids, I don't know if I will go to 10, 12. I might sit there. I have priorities and then any extra, no. So what I do want to work out as well. Oh, and yeah, this ties in together. There was a Bulgarian event that booked me to commentate from home on their pay-per-view. Now, that would be a dream. Oh, and I went to AWE in South Australia. It's still going, mate. They just keep adding up. So that's 12. 12 bookings. Hey, Varley. Hope you're doing well, mate. And everyone's just now all having a chat with each other. which is cool. So, yeah, another great event from Armgods. Make sure you go check that out. Then there was the Battle of the Bad Haircuts. That's what this match was. I don't know if anyone can recognize that referee, but this was the Battle of the Bad Haircuts. Boy, oh boy. But on a serious note, this was the South Island Arms. If you don't know who that referee is, that's Joe Nelson. Joe Nelson that's always in the chat with us, hanging and banging. That is Joe. Joe organised this event. You can either go to Joe Nelson's YouTube or the bloke on the left-hand side, closest to me. That's Keanu McGill. You can go to his channel and rewatch all the matches. I did watch them. There was two blokes that pulled in a beanie. They had a really good match. There was the Silver Fox, this old dude with grey hair. He's like the South Island version of Bob Brown. He had a great match. These two guys, I used this one because it was just a terrible haircut. But they're out. Look at the backdrop. How cool does the backdrop look? Looks awesome. It looks awesome. And from what I've heard, speaking with Joe afterwards, he told me the event went really well. Everyone was happy with it. So expect more from South Island Arms. So I'll speak to Joe to see if there's any, what's it called? Like more events coming up, or if there's a Facebook page or an Instagram page that we can follow. But South Island Arms is in the chat. That's right, Silky Wilkie. Joe Nelson goes bang in there. Holy mullet. He's in there. White Wolf's fee's gone up. I've quadrupled it from 0 to 0,000. There you go. Yeah, check out Armwrestling Entertainment's Instagram. They've put out a lot of behind the scenes. I think one of the athletes put one of the rounds of their matches on their channel. Don't know if they were supposed to do it, so I won't name the athlete. But, yeah. The Mullet Wars. Well, now that's one Kentucky waterfall that fella has on his head. Bar gold. Bar gold. He's broken in half. Yeah. Joe Dirt, TP, looks like roadkill. But yeah, they're interesting haircuts. But I'll put this one just for some fun laughs and that. Oh, why won't the focus camera? There we go. I wonder if I might use this in the caption game tomorrow. Got a few good ones for the caption games. A few good ones. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow's caption game with all the auctions that will be going on. But look at this one. So South Island Arms, Joe Nelson, congratulations, mate, on putting on a successful event. So now they have their official rankings for the island. It was Battle of the Island. So yeah, if you get a chance, go check out all these events and tell them the Aussie Arm Wrestler sent you. Go check them out. Now I'll end that poll. 100 votes, 101 votes, and 82 of you think that John Brzenk wins. So get the like button while you're hanging out there. That's what I mean. This has been so busy. So busy. But yeah, they had quite a few matches. I like the backdrop. Out in the woods. Yeah, I thought they've nailed it. This Keanu McGill, if you go to his channel, he's got some like really good equipment. So if you go watch it, if you go watch the matches on that channel, it's very crisp. It's very clean. So that's always good. That is always good there. And, of course, you get to see a couple of rocking haircuts go at it. But there's plenty more good matches there. So, my man Joe, congratulations. Rajitha says outdoor backdrops are cool. And they definitely are. And they've done very well there. They've done very well there. And if you head over to Sunnyside, Florida, there was Biketoberfest, another event. And there's events that I don't have graphics for. I forgot to put the AWE graphic up, but we're going to chat about that. Sean Boom Hancock, he organised an event. So what's that? Seven events this weekend. I mean, it was good. So if anyone was over there at the Florida Arm Wrestling League, Chan Shaw was organising that. I know Sarah Backman was there, who will be on the channel. On Tuesday night. Yeah, so Monday night, Maximum Bang. Tuesday night, Sarah Backman. But they had a really good event there. Another tournament. Florida Arm Wrestling Leagues just pumping out tournaments. Go check out the Florida Arm Wrestling League channel. They're just tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament. Queenslanders in there. Says, cheers. How you going, mate? And how is everyone else going? So, yeah, I got a busy, while everyone's there chatting, we're going to chat about how awesome things are. I've got a very busy 8 weeks coming up on the channel. We've got, obviously, East versus West coming up and King of the Table coming up. Some very, very, so plenty of content coming, but I've got to get as much content out as possible because when it comes to Christmas and we have another baby in the chat, well, I am very tempted to take some time off because 10 days after the expected due date of our second child, I'm back on a plane. I don't know if I should be saying anything because they haven't really announced it. Connor Hudson. Now, this is one of my favorite people in arm wrestling. Connor Hudson. This guy here trains. If you are a member, you would have seen Connor just handling me like a bitch in some of my training videos. One of the coolest dudes in arm wrestling. He trains at my gym at the House of Pain. Connor is a stud. Slays Dragons on the weekend. Trains for arm wrestling. Cool, fun dude. Will you be attending the Australian Nationals? No. I hope you are, but no, I won't be. I won't be there. It is a couple of things. One, the spending $1,000 right before my second daughter is born, it's not sitting comfortably with me. So you know what it's like, mate. Flights, accommodation, food. Depending where the event is, I'd probably hire a car like last time I went to Queensland. So I'm not relying on lifts and Ubers and things like that. So there's that. Also, at 3 o'clock in the morning, or I would start at 1 o'clock in the morning, East versus West is on with Devon and Dave. And I can't commentate the way I like to commentate in a hotel room because I've been told off a number of times, knocked on the door, hey, can you shut up? Because the walls are pretty thin and everyone is screaming and shouting. So Aussie Nationals, no. I won't be attending, which is a shame because it's awesome. Hope you guys kill it, and you better be going, Connor. One of the coolest up and comers in Australia. The 98% had a tournament. That's right. They had an amateur tournament. Holy moly. It was all happening. So what's that? 8 UAC in Singapore, 198 pound invitational. Armgods, Florida, Sean Hancock's event, AWE, 98% had an amateur thing. So many events. Jake, I thought I was your favorite. You are definitely one of my favorite people. Definitely a bloke that drives to an airport to hang out with me for a couple of hours. Definitely one of my favorite people, White Wolf. Definitely one of my favorite people. But yeah, so Florida had their awesome. I think there's a couple of promotions now coming out of Florida because they're just so busy. And that's a good thing. That's a brilliant thing. So we'll go from there. And everyone's talking about the movie Joe Dirt. So I think collectively, some of the arm wrestling world just might be watching Joe Dirt tonight. But yeah, was anyone at the Florida one? Did anyone watch the Florida one? So here we go. Vermont, New Hampshire had a stacked Shield event. This has to be the busiest week in arm wrestling. For sure. I mean, so much has been happening. South Island Arms. Now, AWE. I like my little border at the moment. Yeah, I like my little border just for now. AWE. So they had 5 super matches. And what's going to happen is you go over to Ryan Bowen's Instagram. And we're going to talk about this more Friday night, my time. Friday morning, Eastern, your time. So from there, we had 5 matches. And one match I was really looking forward. Well, 2 matches. There was Bowen Cantado against Ricard Bornman. I think that'll be a ripper match. And then there was one of the heaviest matches, if not the heaviest arm wrestling match in history, whereas Mateo Arangi against Marcus Atiri. So New Zealand versus Tahiti. Both just huge men. And I remember at the last AWE, it was quite funny. There was construction and we had to walk on the road, but in single file. And I had Mate in front of me and Marcus Atiri. And for those that know them, they are just 2 massive human beings, like 170 kilo and I think 150, 160 kilo, 6 foot, 6'3". So I looked really famous. I was probably the safest guy in Australia at that stage. Yeah, Florida has the same population as Australia. That's why they have so... And it's great, though. It's great. It's so good for arm wrestling. Yeah, I hope arm wrestling's growing. We're getting a good... I'm just trying to think, 30 to 40 people every Wednesday night. But if there is a small blip here in Australia, if there's a small blip, no one wants to organise events. We are... yeah, we have to... Yeah, I wish we had some go-getters. I organised a day of super matches once, not that long ago for everyone. Everyone's preparing for nationals at the moment, but if you don't go to nationals, you only pull once a year where I live. You know, you can have your little club battles at the end of training, but it's not the same. It's not the same as competition day. So we need like a Joe Nelson. You know, we have a lovely lady named Celine, who's our representative. She organises state championships, but then she organises it. She refs all day. We don't have enough referees. So then if we do organise an event, then it's one table, and then you know how long they go for. But yeah. No, Tall Paul, it is a huge country. Our country's massive. We just don't have many people in it. We don't have many people. I really hope to see you in the next big events to commentate, Jake. Thanks, mate. So do I, and I will be. So next year, got some big events already booked in, so you don't have to worry. The over-the-top one, hopefully we'll have another one next year. Hopefully we'll have over-the-top next year. I know there's murmurs around it with Presidential Phil Rasmussen. And everyone's just in there having a bit of fun in the chat. So yeah, so the AWE, they had 5 matches. So what's going to happen? So go check out the AWE channel. I'm just going to touch on this for a few minutes. Go over, and if you keep an eye on their channel, Ryan Bowen's match with Mazahir Seydoux will be live on Instagram. Ryan's been getting millions of hits on Instagram lately. So he's having the match there live. He'll do a quick edit and throw it on his YouTube real quick, so you don't have to pay for any of it. Then every week on the AWE channel. So at the moment now, all the matches have been done, and they're doing a bit of an Arm Wars post-production. And Matt and Dave, and the team over there will then work on, because they're doing, pre-match interviews. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be very, very cool. I'll probably do a live commentary of Ryan's match, but for one match, I'm not too sure. I might just watch it and then go from there. So I'll wait and see. But Ryan Bowen and Mazahir Seydoux will be on the show. So it's going to be Friday night my time. So what's the time for everyone now in the show? It's like 7 p.m. Eastern. I think it'll be like 7 a.m. Eastern on Friday, if you want to have a chat with Ryan and Mazahir live. We'll go from there, and we'll have a bit of fun. And we'll definitely have a bit of fun there. But hit the like button while you're here. Have a bit of fun. But we are on. So UAC, did anyone watch it? Did anyone watch UAC? The only thing now, it's obviously setups and cameras and everything. I'm just going off what I saw. I don't know. I don't know what's it called. The logistics behind it. But they had this awesome computerized banner which had UAC on it, but the DJ was blocking it. I would have thought that, yeah, I don't know. When you have the visual, it just would have been cool to see UAC. But Gregory and the team did a good thing there. So Mr. Peanuts 3, yeah. So basically the Ryan Bowen interview would be 4 a.m. your time. Yeah, so Bad Sugar Brad, yeah, it'd be 7 a.m. because it's almost 10 a.m. here in Australia. It'll start at 10 p.m. my time. So there you go. And everyone's just still having a bit of fun in the chat. So yeah, and for me, I thought the main thing that where I found it successful was Schoolboy was back on the table and Schoolboy won. I mean, we would love to see, I was stuck. I was kind of like divided because I'm like, Do I want Schoolboy and Alex Toproll to win? 1.76 million subscribers. Therefore, they're going to take on more matches. Therefore, help build the sport because they've made it so big. Then you've got, but then if they lose, we're creating new stars in Jake Chia and Mike Ford. So I was a bit 50-50, but Schoolboy won and his arm appeared to hold up okay because he did win quite convincingly. So I'm pretty happy with that. Joseph Sanders in the chat. Hey, Jake, hope everything is great. Down under, ready bang. Everything is great. My wife's healthy. My daughter's happy. And my wife's happy as well, don't get me wrong. And the baby inside my wife's belly, that's very healthy. I mean, what more can I ask for? What more can I ask for? Richard Jennings is in the chat. Says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you guys. Hope you are all going well. Throughout everything that had been happening, were there any standouts? What were the standouts of the weekend for you? Let me know in the comments. Was it the juggernaut Jake Chia going bang on Alex Toproll? Was it Schoolboy winning? Was it Armgods event? Was it Craig Sanders and Jason Hill's match? Was it James Stewart winning the left-hand title? Were you happy to see another little club have their rankings in South Island Arms? Were you happy to see that? Was Craig Tullier the standout for you, going 11-0 and feeling good and rocking it? Let me know. What, we've just dropping in there. Australia's population, 28 million. Canada, 35 mil. California, 38 mil. Both Canada and Australia have almost no one per square mile for the immense size of both. And that's why it's hard for us. That's why for us, I sit there with so like if I want to train with Ryan Bowen, it's a 3-hour flight, 2.5-hour flight, 1,700 kilometers to get to his house. If I want to hang out with Mario Tambakis, it's a 90-minute flight with a 12-hour drive, 10-hour drive. We've got these cool arm wrestling clubs. We really do. And they're getting some good numbers. Sydney Spartans, where Mario trains, they're getting some really good numbers there. But if you don't go there, then that's it. So it can be, I think that's our downfall in Australia. We've got a good core 300-400 people wanting to arm wrestle. But if the guys in Western Australia have to fly 4 hours if they want to attend nationals, you see what AWE are doing. So I would love it if we had, money. So I can sit there and go, right, so I could do an Aussie Classic Invitational tournament. That would be amazing. But, YouTube's a hard game. YouTube's a hard game. I got to pay the bills first. I got to put food on the table first. Then we will go from there. But hey, hope you're all enjoying yourself so far. We got plenty to talk about. What else have we got? Yeah, Travis must be partying it up. Yeah, absolutely. After Tyson had a very, very successful NFL starting. Touchdown, he went for over 150 yards. Conversion rate was good. I don't think he had an intercept. Let's check it out. Tyson Bagent stats. What do you go for today? Tyson Bagent stat. So versus 162 yards, 1 touchdown. No intercepts. Not bad. Completion rate today, 72.4%. Had a very, very great game today. Very great game. So that's he worked well with, I think one guy scored 3 touchdowns, Dante Foreman, and he just kept giving it to him. Fair enough. Get himself. So we never wish injuries upon someone, but we kind of hope Justin Fields is out for a long time so we can watch the undrafted Division II quarterback go bang. So just reading his stats there. So good. So good. Devon's Forearms just jumped in. Hope everyone is doing well. And everyone's just dropping the stats. Australia is huge. Yes, it is, Beer Man. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hope you're feeling better. No, we're a bit smaller. Hang on. Australia size compared to US. So it's, yeah. All righty. Here's a good comparison. Let me just share screen. So I'll drop some stats. Share screen. So Australia's size compared to the US. Here, right. So you can see the border. So if you chop and change and do all that, you know, you could put the top here, over there. You could chop a bit of Darwin off, fill in the gaps here, chuck in Tasmania over there. America's a bit bigger. So like, see Melbourne? I live down here. If you can see my little hand. I live down here. Ryan Bowen lives here. So you're basically flying from, Florida to Washington. So here, or New Orleans, so just before Washington. So this is where Nationals is. Mario Tambakis is here. So from there to there is a 12-hour drive. 10 to 12-hour drive from there to there. Canberra have got a club, so there's clubs over there. The AWE guys, so if I'm here, the AWE guys are here. That's an 8-hour drive. That's an 8-hour drive. Maybe this is a better one. So there you go. And then I'm down here. Kyle Howarth, who's a great Western Australian puller, are here. So Ryan, Lachlan, Jordan Reacher are all here. I'm down here. Mario down there. So you can see the size difference in Australia, but our population sucks. We've got as much population as California. So your little state over here. The same amount of people there as it is here. And that's why, you know, our training partners or the population of arm wrestling, we're trying to build it. We are definitely trying to build it. So we can't see anything. What do you mean? Oh, well, that's annoying. I can see it now. You couldn't see it? Oh, really? Oh, that's annoying. Do you want me to do it again? Do you want me to do it? Oh, that sucks. Whoops. Well, that's very annoying. That is very annoying. Because I was too busy looking at the map and it wasn't even on the screen. Why didn't my share screen work that time? Well, that's annoying. No, I was directing you with a map. I even got a different map and everything. Well, that's annoying. I was moving the arrow and here and here and here and nah. Well, that was a waste of 5 minutes, wasn't it? That was a waste of 5 minutes. There you go. Jason Merlot is in the chat. We're just chatting about your awesome performance. You went 8-3, my man. So if anyone needs a bit of a reminder, I'll pop it back up here. There we go. As you can see there, Jason went 8-3. Went 8-3. Very good. How was it, Jason? Was it good fun? Looked like good fun. Looked like hard work. Some absolute beasts there. We're all hoping Bob Brown feels better. Hopefully, it all went well. I just figured you were thinking out loud. Such an idiot. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Well, I was looking at the other screen. I wasn't looking at my live stream. Big mistake. Big mistake. Awesome job, Merlot. There you go. Thanks, Jake. My match against Robbie was a critical one. If I took that match myself, Robbie and Adam would have been on tied. Yes, because if you had beat Robbie, then you'd all be on 9-2. But you're my guy, Jason. You're my guy. It would have been a 3-way tiebreaker. It was incredible. So much fun. Yeah, it was. It would have looked like it. Was there anyone, Jason, that was stronger than what you thought? Was there anyone that you were like, holy crap, I don't think I could move their hand for a very long time? Or is there someone you're like, ooh, I wouldn't mind a super match with them? What do you think? Let us know, Jason. Let us know in the chat. Sitting there, looked really good. Yeah, he went 8-3. So there you go. And we're wishing Bob Brown the best. So Craig is on another level. He looks like it. He definitely looks like it. Which then shows that how good Svetan Gashevsky is. Because Svetan handled Craig pretty well. Yes, for sure. Adam and Robbie, I am sure we will see that happen in the future. Okay, so you against Adam and you against Robbie. Get that booked at Knuckles Up. You and Adam or you and Robbie. So then we've got, I still need to get stronger for them, but they are the closest for sure, where it could be both matches. Book one of them. Speak to the Knuckles Up guys. Let's get that happening in January. It'll be really cool. I just got to reply to someone. About a potential big guest on the show. Okay, there you go. So just was replying. Okay, interesting. I enjoyed the format. Craig looked like a vending machine. Thick. There you go. And yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how. Sorry about that little break. It'd be interesting to see how it all goes moving forward. Round robins, and it's another another avenue for people. I do enjoy it. It's really good that we're getting that another avenue of arm wrestling. I mean the oh no, not really. I was going to say the only problem would be getting so many people in at once, but 12 people, that's 6 super matches. Yeah, he looked good at Monster Factory, Jason. He looked really good at Monster Factory. So I've always been trying to keep an eye on Robbie. Now, I reckon he made, my conspiracy on Robbie. We had a laugh about it on the show last week. Oh, keep clicking every time I'm on there. Tall Paul Hutchings says, yeah, Robbie looked like a beast. He did look like a beast there. So there you go. But no, it was let me just drop that off. Yeah. So some really good things moving forward, like just trying to book Craig Sanders from Armgods, trying to get him a match because he is on a tear at the moment, beating everyone. So I wonder who Craig Sanders could pull. The guy is a freak. Then you've got, so many matches come from the 198 Invitational tournament, which is good. Hopefully we get more schoolboy matches, more tournaments, more round robins, more super matches. We are rocking and rolling. But yeah, shout out to everyone that makes tournaments. Just having a quick look. Someone's asking who Craig Sanders lost to. I'm trying to remember now. It's going to bother me. But I just saw his name. Craig Tullier. David Samushia. So not a bad bloke to lose to, but David Samushia was the one that beat Craig Tullier, not Craig Sanders. Craig Tullier. 3-0. 3-0 to David Samushia. Yeah, that's always cool. It's always Travis Pageant's always cool. We need a Sasquatch category in arm wrestling. The super heavyweight is usually 110 or more, 115 or more, the super heavyweight. What would you have like a 140 kilo league? I know everyone wants that. I don't want it. I definitely don't want it. Fun fact, the top 6 guys all lost to the guys in front of them. For example, I lost 3 in front of me. Well, I've watched some of it, and usually that's how it goes. That's how I would assume. Like, if I put it back up on the screen, like Robbie lost to Craig. Adam lost to Robbie and Craig. You lost to Adam, Robbie, and Craig. Eli lost to the 4 above. That's how I assumed. Yeah, so the turnout and who placed in what order I believe was super accurate. Yeah. Oh, the only minor thing is Bob Brown. Bob Brown getting injured. That's the only thing. Bobby Brown getting injured. Not ideal. Not, yeah, we don't want any injuries. We want arm wrestling to just explode. As we jump in there, like me little thing for now. I don't know. It is different. It is different. So also Tuesday night, Sarah Backman will be on the show. I'm not going to say who, but I've had a big, massive guest say, hey, do you want to come on the show? You know, they've got a big match coming up. Do you want to come on the show? And they are saying no because, they are reluctant because of the way the arm wrestling fans' behavior is. So, yeah, I might not be able to get someone on the show before their match. But that's okay. That's okay. So Armenian arm wrestler wants Craig Tullier versus Mindigus. Yeah, Craig's trying to do his best to just start smashing it for sure. I'll see if they've replied again. Be a cool little announcement. Yeah, no, not happening, but that's okay. I won't say who. Yeah. Or it could just be they don't want to come on my show. Oh, brilliant stuff there. Brilliant stuff. What have we got? 20 wow. I didn't realize we've been going for an hour and 17 minutes. There you go. Well, we might wrap up the show in a few minutes because I then have to go do a few other things before daddy-daughter time, which I'm very, very looking forward to. But hopefully you all turn up for the big auctions tomorrow. If you want to win a John Brzenk and Alexei Vojevoda shirt signed on a 2019 Zloty jersey, you better tune in. If you want to win the last King of the Table foil card, number 5 of 5, well, you better tune in, shouldn't you? If you want to win a King of the Table 8 signed Ready Bang shirt, well, you know what to do. You better tune in and tune in well. So, yeah, so some fun times happening. Some fun times happening in the arm wrestling world. Any other questions? Hey, we get 10 or so minutes. We can go for an hour and a half, I reckon. If anyone's got some fun questions, some interesting questions, I'll just close a few things on my computer. No, we don't want to save that. Let's just close that. But yeah, I mean, was this the busiest weekend in arm wrestling? I gotta stop moving. Focus. Yeah, beauty. Was this the busiest weekend in arm wrestling? Let me know. How's it going, Constipated Devon? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're smiling wherever you are around the world. So there you go. Any other interesting facts going on? Anything you want to talk about? Because so it is. Is there anything on this weekend? October 28th. Is there any arm wrestling events on this weekend? I will be searching the internet to see if there's anything going on there. Today, I'm just going to get some Instagram content out. I've got a gym video that I'm going to put on the members page tomorrow and Patreon. I'm going to chuck it on there as well. We've also got what else have we got? Yeah, all the guests coming on the show. One of my big name guests just doesn't want to do another show, but that's okay. They've helped me out in the past, so much respect to them. That's not a problem at all. Hey, Troy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're smiling. Hope you are out and about. Enjoying life, mate. Enjoying life. We did have a poll earlier, but it was heavily favoured to John Brzenk. Only a couple of people went and said that Schoolboy would win, but it was very heavily favoured if John and Schoolboy would pull now. I would be leaning towards John Brzenk. But of course, with any sort of super matches, I am 90% interested in most arm wrestling super matches. I'm like, yeah, put them together. Why not? Why not? That'd be fun. For me, super matches, oh yeah, that'd be an awesome match. Or that'd be fun. Yeah, we spoke about that, EV Warrior. We did speak about the Bears. The Bears. Then we've got... No, I want to know this weekend, Rick. We can talk about that then. I want to know about this weekend. But hopefully you're going to that event there. Okay. I don't think it's offended by random. I think it's like hundreds of it, and they just don't want to. And they don't really like doing interviews anyway. So, yeah. But for me, Captain Obvious, if it's a couple, right? If it's a couple, fair enough. But when you are bombarded, for me, it just doesn't make sense. You can go for one bloke. So Captain Obvious, you and I having a match. But everyone wants their comment to be the one that goes, whoa. So everyone's pushing the trolling or their nastiness just too far. I mean, it's cost me sponsors. So, yeah, if it's a couple, yeah, fair enough. But hundreds, you're just like, oh, geez, everyone's getting involved here. I don't know. Maybe I've changed. Maybe I've changed since being a dad. Devon will smash and toy with him. I'm convinced now. I'm assuming, Marshall, you mean Dennis. So there you go. Marshall's going on from there. So what have we got? 23rd. So we're three weeks away from that. So 1, 2, 3 weeks until the big match. 3 weeks. It's going to be, it's going to be, I mean, there's so many exciting matches on that card, but it is very, very interesting to see how it goes. I mean, Dennis is square now. Like, he is square. No, I just have to. There we go. Since the interview started, Dennis has grown 3 inches. Yeah. He's getting it right. He's getting his training right to the point. So, that little rib injury, I don't think will pull too much. I don't think it'll bother him too much. The homeless Devon Larratt is a beast. Yes. They're both. That's what I like. They both look incredible. They both are superstars, and I can't wait. Do I think Engel will still pull? Yes, I do. I still think, because he's got nothing to lose. He can just challenge again when he's 100%. I think he'll still pull. Yeah, I still think he'll go about it. Jason says, Jake, what do you think about the surprise that the winner of the round robin gets the invite to the 220? I think it's great. You always like winning for the sake of winning is great, but when it's, money, championship belts, trophies, entries, you win a tournament and it gets you to Armgods, East versus West, King of the Table or whatever. That's great. So I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. When there's, not only did he just win that one, now he's off. He's going to go against the bigger guys, and Craig doesn't have to cut for that, so he can have a few decent meals and not have to do a calorie deficit or anything like that. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's going to be good. But as we roll on, yeah, when matches mean something, that's always good for me. Added value. If you're just having a match just for the sake of having a super match, that's good. But then if it's to win money, to win a championship belt because they hate each other, I don't know. They're just, I like matches. I like matches with meaning. But no, we'll go for a few more minutes, guys, and then I got to try, spend some time with Zadie, and then tonight make some videos because as the famous saying goes, got to pay them bills. But a ripper show coming on Maximum Bang Monday. A minimum of 3 items being auctioned, and we might even auction a few more. So get ready for that. That's going to be a big, big day. We'll work out if it's just going, because the last auctions I've done have been successful. People paid straight away. We might go from there. Oh, absolutely, Conservator Devon. The Robbie Russell conspiracy came true. The 2 biggest threats were Artem and Jason, and they made sure they got tied first. I'm in some talks as well with some people about getting some merch. So I might do a pre-order because I want to get heaps of merch. But the problem is you've got to put thousands of dollars up first to get the merch made. And I'm not in a hurry to do that, especially right before our second child's born. I've got to buy a new camera lens and things like that. I mean, the last thing I want to do is go back and get another bloody job. Don't make me do that. No, it'd be brilliant. All righty. As we roll on. All righty. What a fun show. That was a fun show. We had the most busiest weekend in arm wrestling. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm going live a billion times more. Minimum of 3 more times this week. We're going to kill it. We're going to have a great week on the show. Hope you can tune into all of the shows and we can roll on from there. Thank you for all you guys tuning in for this show. Thank you for all those people for putting on events. So I had some fun stuff to talk about. We're going to rock and roll. You guys take care. And I will see you tomorrow for Maximum Bang Monday.